Today we are going to talk about the caste system. Now we have already learned this word during our vocab section, but in case you forget, it is off to the side. So I'm going to zoom in, and we are on, sorry, I should probably tell you, we're in our history/social studies notebook on page 34. Now, the social structure of the caste system is in which classes are determined by birthright. Now, caste systems are called your varnas. So at the very top, go ahead and touch your forehead, because the top of the head is the Brahmins. They are the highest caste system, and they performed religious services. The idea is that they are directly connected or in some way connected to the highest god in Hindu faith, which is Brahma. So they are able to be the head of the social system. You then have the arms, so go ahead and do some punching motions. This is our arms. This is our warriors, so our people using bow and arrows, using our swords, because even though we didn't find a lot of weapons, there were some in the Indus Valley, as well as our nobles. These are our people referring to the status of high rank, or in some cases of high character. These people are those who would be educated, so these would be writing things down, stuff like that. That is why they are the arms, punching motion, of the social system. So we got our heads, touch our foreheads. We got our punching motions. Let's go down to now what is artisans, so people who make art, and merchants, or people who sell things. They are going to be the thighs. So go ahead and pat your lap. Now, they are our thighs or our lap because they are going to be seated during their job. They're going to be seated while they draw or while they sculpt. They're going to be seated while they work their store. They are the people who work on the economy of the Indus Valley. We then have our feet, so go ahead and stomp our feet. This is our farmers, our laborers, and our servants. So our farmers are going to be in the field. Our laborers are going to be the one building all of the buildings and structures, doing manual labor. And our servants are going to be the ones who are on the feet, listening to whatever the needs are of our nobles and higher rankers. That's why they are the feet. So let's go through it one more time. We got our head with the Brahmin talking to the gods. We have our hands, our nobles and our warriors, punching motion using our hands. We got our artisans who are sitting down, so they're going to be on have access to their laps. You have our feet with our farmers, laborers, and servants. Now, at the bottom of the caste system, they are believed to be so low, they're not a part of the body. That would be the untouchables. The untouchables were people considered so impure that their only work could be burying bodies or collecting trash. Now, a lot of people get confused by this and they think, if I'm so untouchable, it's almost like I'm so good you can't even touch me. The idea of the untouchables in the caste system is that no one wants to even acknowledge their existence. That's how untouchable they are. So under the caste system, there is no upward mobility, which means you cannot go up in the caste system. You are stuck where you are. You can go down, however, based on actions. A person born to servant parents is stuck being a servant. A farmer couldn't become a warrior, and a warrior couldn't become a Brahmin. No one asked what you wanted to be when you were older. It was already determined by your lineage. So, based on this, we can zoom out again, and we can place them. Now mine, because I've already done it, have been placed. So at our top is going to be our Brahmin, our forehead, the ones talking to the gods. And you should know at the bottom is our untouchables. Kind of like, I don't want to touch you. Now we have our castres, which are our arms, our punching motion, because they are our warriors with their weapons and the nobles with their pens because they have education. We then have the vaishas, which are our thighs because they're sitting down while they make their art or they sell their supplies. And last but not least, our sudras, like the sole of our feet, because they are our farmers, laborers, and servants. Now, I'm going to show you a quick video of someone who is to this day or who was an untouchable because the caste system still exists in many parts of the world today. It is not an ancient idea, it is a modern one as well.
The first time I knew that I was inferior, I probably was 18 months old. I knew that we were untouchables. Untouchability means actually untouchability. You cannot touch them. Caste is a forced occupation based on your birth. When I first came to America, people treated me equally. In fact, even in the beginning, I used to feel, what if they touch me? They're going to be polluted. One time, a boyfriend of mine was eating from something that I already touched, and he was going there, and I said, no, stop. I touched it, and his heart broke. Like, you're not in India anymore. Hinduism, more or less, is an ideological, religious prop for this social system that is caste. Brahma, the creator, the Brahmins are supposed to have come from the forehead, and the Kshatriyas from the arms, merchant caste from the thighs, service caste from legs. And untouchables are not part of any of Brahma, the creator. What makes them untouchable is they are assigned hereditary duties that are considered filthy and menial by the Indian society. Like the hardest jobs are theirs and the filthiest jobs are given to them. Based on these different occupations, there are about, in my area, 52 different subcastes within untouchability. And my family is called Mala. Mala means people who do agricultural labor. And there are others who do like removing dead animals, burning the dead people, and carrying away human. My stories, my family stories, were not stories in India. They were just life. Your life is your caste is your life. At 26, I came to America, where people know only skin color. Only in talking to some friends I met here did I realize that my stories, my family stories, are not stories of shame. It's not healed. It is not healed. The advice I give to untouchables that are still in India, I think that the best thing they can do is get jobs like I have in a crucial industry like MTA. If we don't work, then everything comes to a screeching halt. And it really gives a sense of like, yes, your services are crucial to the society. That gives me a lot of self-confidence that I didn't have. I'm not going to be like saying America is great, but yeah, for untouchables, yeah, it is. And for me, it's like pop music, Madonna, Bob Dylan, and it's intellectually free world. It's an escape for us. I would be judged by my nationality, but not by my caste. That gave me courage to think, what is untouchability and why am I an untouchable? I don't think there's any other solution for caste than demolishing the existing structure, because caste had a particular economic function, and that's the purpose it served, division of labor. This is not a kind of thing that I can say, oh, change your minds and stuff. You break the structures that necessitate this sort of exploitation. Unless you break the structures, this is all going to be a band-aid on a bullet wound.
So, like she was saying, during this time period when it was enacted, it was a way that you had you separated work so that everyone had a job and all the jobs were getting done. Now, you don't need as much division of labor in some cases because you have technology that we have now that we didn't have then. What I would like you to do is come up with your own acronym so the words stand for different things to remember the order of BKVSU. Mine is, I have to make it large and proud. I want it done. 30, because I'm crazy. Oops, not H&H Diagnostics. It is Burger King's very silly utensils. You cannot steal mine, but go ahead and think of your own. For those who are not understanding, the B comes from Brahmin. I am talking about the Brahmin here. You then have the K from the Castrias. You have the V from the Vaishyas. You have the S from the Sudras. And you have the U from the Untouchables. Go ahead and make your own acronym now. And then you are done for today.